We're back on the couch.
We are back.
So we are making a video because we are starting to think about having a second child.
Yes. Yeah. And I guess IVF is the only way we can do that.
Yeah, so we are back on the IVF train, I guess. It's a lot to kind of make that decision.
Yeah.
And it's different in terms of like now we're looking at secondary infertility, which is obviously different.
Yeah, and there's so many different considerations as well. Getting Laura back, well, all the treatment basically lays with Laura now.
It does.
So I find that I still grapple with it because I find that I am the reason why we're here. Yeah, and now basically.
It's so funny, like, we've just been writing about this in our book, like, sure, you are the reason, but the reason is that you had testicular cancer. It's not like you deliberately decided to be infertile. So I get that you're like, I'm the reason, but in the end, we...
Logically, I know, but it's hard to see. Like, I was at the gym with someone yesterday and they asked me, and I'm going again.
You're going again?
Because I understand how hard it is.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary. I guess we've had this nice little break in our lives where we have had a baby and we haven't been thinking a lot about IVF, and now it's like, okay, we're going to go back and do all of that again. And it's a little different this time in that we have our embryos in the freezer and we don't really have the opportunity to make more. So we really want to do kind of everything right.
It's still the same amount of unknowns though. Yeah.
And then there's this extra kind of level of like guilt or survivor guilt where it's like, okay, we already have a child. You know, that stuff people talk about with secondary infertility, like we should feel grateful and we should, you know.
And we do. We feel all those things.
Yeah.
We definitely feel all those things. But we kind of felt that there's still so much room in this infertility space where people need
support,
hope, and support.
And it's also interesting with male factor infertility because with secondary male factor infertility, your job is essentially done now. There's nothing more you can do. You can't have another surgery. So it all comes down to me and these embryos in the freezer, but then you're also supporting me through it. I actually wish we had more time. I love just sort of taking care of Adeline now and just being a mum, and it's sort of it's hard for me to think of tearing myself away to have another focusing on our second child. I guess any parent feels that when they have a second child, but for us, even conceiving a second child takes away energy from Adeline. And there's all these other considerations, like I'm still breastfeeding and how does that impact on her, but also on our IVF treatment, you know, if I'm taking medications, and there's a lot to consider.
And your ability to hold a pregnancy as well, because of the different levels caused by that.
Or to get pregnant. I mean, there's a lot of myths about that stuff. We've been doing some research about that, and there's also some truth to it. And you don't want to make a mistake for either the baby's sake or the second baby's sake. And like it feels like more of a balancing act this time than it was last time. Last time we were just like single focus, but now we have to have,
especially having the experiences that we had all the way through.
Yeah,
we're definitely sure there's a lot of them we will not repeat.
We come into it much smarter this time. Like, I wish there was more time, but I'm nearly 40.
Time is sort of, that's another pressure.
Yeah. So suddenly there's all this pressure of like, okay, we don't have time to mess around,
and we have limited resources and.
Yeah. So here we are. We're going to have a second baby. And we are like right back at the start in terms of we have to get a referral from our GP. We have to do our bloods, get everything checked again.
Actually, I have to just change that language a little bit because I don't have to do any bloods. Laura has to
I kind of feel like maybe you should just do it anyway, just because you have to. Every single part of this that I can, I'd be like, maybe you should do it too.
Well, it all started with you stabbing me in the belly anyway, and you just run with it.
So we just went and got our referrals. I don't act like you're all dramatic.
Well, I've got a lot to do.
What do you think? For this IVF cycle?
I feel so guilty.
No, you're right. But that was literally the exact first step. So
Yeah.
We took it. Baby number 2. It's so funny. I'm literally sitting here about to have more bloods done, and I have had so many needles in my life, but I'm still worried about it. It's so funny.
And we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left, and I'm losing my job over you. But I don't care about that.
Just so you know, I'm not wearing pants right now. Taking a video is more important than putting my pants back on. So yes, we are, and we've got an appointment booked. We booked that well in advance because we know how much these places book out. And it's also just to have kind of a line on the calendar that relates to how old our baby is. It's to be like, okay, that's the appropriate time. I still need to do some post-birthing checks, which I'm still waiting to get in to do because of COVID. They all got delayed, but I'm just making sure that I'm ready to be pregnant again, but also ready to do IVF, and they kind of feel like 2 separate things. But so the next phase of this, once we've done our clean out and our cleanse and getting our bodies feeling good again, then we have to start the medical process again. So if you want, you can come along for the journey with us. We are here, John and Laura, on YouTube, or you can catch us as Infertility Man on all the social media platforms, or our website is infertilityman.com. So
yeah, we kind of felt. Well, we initially started cheering for our own good, and we sort of got to the end, and we thought we were going to switch it off, but it just shows there's power in communication, there's power in talking,
and infertility doesn't stop when you have a baby.
Infertility does not stop when you have a baby.
Even if you complete your family, it doesn't stop. I still find myself having instinctual responses to triggers out in the world, and it doesn't go away, does it?
No.
So
it doesn't.
So we want to still be part of the community, and
every needle I take, because now I'm on hormone treatment after
we should show some video of you doing that, because that is quite something to see.
Yeah, every needle, every tablet I take, it's just like, it just reminds me of what we've been through, and what so many other couples and people are going through.
So follow us if you want to come along, because we are officially trying for baby number 2. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm both.
You're nervous.
I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm pretending I'm excited. I'm not excited. I'm nervous. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got